Halo 3 might not have sprint or fancy abilities, but Mikwen proves that that's not necessary to get across a map quickly and aggressively. Just watch this play. Firing shots across the map, he'll push up on B Street with 2 nades. There's the first off the floor, and the team shot to wipe out that player. Crouch jump up to the barricade, watch the second nade off the floor. Perfect timing on the early explosion, taking out that player, and the slick movement continues as he jumps across the boxes, avoiding the roof to his left, and melting, peeking as he flies by with the nice shots on a BR for the double. He is one shot. Watch him stay alive, bouncing his head for the fastball, body smack for the style points, and this is the run you've been waiting for. Pay attention to how he drops the flag right before he jumps for the full momentum on each jump. Beautiful run. I'll let Mikwen do the honors here.
Yo, I'm a fucking beast. Fuck. That's a hard-ass run, too.
Let's run it back and take a closer look at some of these plays, starting with the nade tosses. These are crucial. Now, nades in this game, the explosion timer on nades does not start till a nade either hits the floor, a Spartan, or a vehicle. That means that if you toss a nade and it banks off a wall or a ceiling, that timer won't start till it connects with the floor and then blows up 1 second later. Making these tosses by Mikwen so crucial because by ground bouncing it, he's forcing an earlier explosion and he can stay aggressive, he can keep a higher momentum as he moves across the map. Now, a jump like this is super risky if these players are looking at him, but they're not. He's pushing up with his team. These players are distracted. Mikwen takes advantage of a great opportunity to crouch jump up to the barricade and then jumps off of it. And with this high ground, by ground bouncing this nade, he gets some serious altitude on that bounce, blowing it up in his face, taking him out instantly. Imagine if he tossed that nade against a wall. It would have to hit the wall, hit the floor, blow up a second later, giving that enemy time to make an escape, to make a play. Instead, he kills him more quickly. He can reload. He's got time to traverse here. Now pay attention as he jumps across. There's a ceiling to his left. If you're too far to the left as you jump across here, you're going to bump your head on that roof. So always try to stay on this outer edge so you avoid that roof. You can get across comfortably. Now, these shots can be pretty hard to hit. If you want to hit these shots, stay patient, stay confident. Recognize that you have a window in between each shot where you can prep yourself for the next shot. During that time, laser focus on the enemy. Try to visualize what that next shot will look like. What does it look like? What type of right stick flick would you have to do to hit that next shot before you even follow through? Your ability to visualize this depends on your direct experience with this game. But if you can do that and then follow through on that visualization, you hit that shot confidently. Now, also take advantage of the fact that in a situation like that, the player was jumping forward. He's committed to jumping forward. Using that information, you can better prep your brain to hit that shot confidently. Now, remember how I also said there's a roof behind Mikwen. You want to avoid that roof as you traverse across. In a situation like this, you can use the roof to your advantage. If you bank your head off the roof, it cuts off the height of your jump and it forces you into a fast fall state. Watch this. Banks his head, falls down, makes him a harder target, avoiding these shots, and he can stay and move quickly across the map. So you can use that to your advantage. Now he gets around this box here. Instead of immediately jumping, he positions himself right in this corner here in a position where he can avoid shots, and knowing that this is a situation where this is an easy nade trap, he's got to get out of here quickly. He jumps, holds crouch, he's going to bounce his head a second time to stay as a hard target. Bounce, falls down fast, strong siding to stay alive, style points with the punch onto the body, and then he grabs the flag. Now the big difference between flag running in Halo 5 and Halo 3 is you can't grab the flag out of the air. If you toss it up, you have to wait for it to hit the floor and then grab it. If you hold down the button to grab it while it's still in the air and it hits the floor, it's not going to count that input. You have to hold it down again. So instead, wait for it to hit the floor, then grab it. Now, similarly, if you look right down at the floor and drop it at your feet, it's not going to go anywhere. You can pick it up instantly after you drop it. So knowing that, you can position it perfectly on these edges. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you jump not holding the flag, you have your full momentum. Once you pick up the flag, it lowers your movement speed. So you want to try to not hold the flag as much as possible while you jump across these gaps here. Now, this gap especially is a huge one. You need to take advantage of dropping it directly in front of you and then picking it back up as you jump so you have some of that momentum from your jump without the flag in your hands, and then the flag will slow you down as you move across here. Mikwen taking advantage of these insane mechanics in such a tight window, getting out of there alive. Crazy plays by Mikwen. Not only was that flag run difficult to pull off, but it was pretty optimal in that situation as well. I mean, with the enemy spawning on the bottom of the base there, if he had tossed that flag out to the floor, tried to grab it, he would have got shot in the back. But instead, by taking it out top mid, having his teammates put pressure on the spawns, he was able to stay a hard target, stay alive, and cap that flag. So insane stuff by Mikwen. It's always nice to see some high-level tech in Halo 3. You guys know I love games with high-tech skills, so I'm sure we'll see plenty more of that in my future Halo 3 3 videos. But until then, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell beside the subscribe button. Keep in touch with everything the moment it comes out. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be around in the next episode. Have a good night.